Jeremy Corbyn releases leaked government documents that show Boris Johnson lied about Brexit deal.
Here's a summary of the article.
Jeremy Corbyn has unveiled new leaked government documents that appear to show Boris Johnson misled the public over the nature of his new Brexit deal with the EU. Labour says the internal Treasury paper, marked official sensitive, warns of new customs checks between Great Britain and Northern Ireland after Brexit, which the Prime Minister has claimed would not exist. The leaked document, entitled NI Protocol – Unfettered Access to the UK Internal Market, appears to be an official analysis of the so-called Northern Ireland Protocol, which replaces the Irish border backstop negotiated by Theresa May. The Labour leader said confidential report drives a coach and horses through Mr Johnson's promise to the DUP that there will be no border in the Irish Sea under his Brexit plan. The paper, which has been seen by The Independent, reveals there would be customs declarations and regulatory checks on goods travelling between Northern Ireland and Great Britain, which Mr Johnson has repeatedly denied. The government cannot rule out regulatory checks, rules of origin checks and animal and public health checks also. For trade going the other way, from Great Britain to Northern Ireland, there will be all of the above plus potentially damaging tariffs. The leaked document seems to confirm in the government's own words what essentially all trade experts say about the Brexit deal with regard to customs, but which Mr Johnson has continued to deny point blank when asked in public. The Brexit Secretary Steve Barclay and Julian Smith, the Northern Ireland Secretary, have both previously said that some checks will be necessary on goods travelling across the Irish Sea. Earlier in the campaign, Labour presented separate leaked documents that showed UK negotiators have been repeatedly discussing the NHS with US trade officials, despite claims by Mr Johnson that the NHS is not on the table in talks.
This post received a score of 61,485, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I wonder who leaked this?
Someone in the government really doesn't like Boris, it seems. So not all of them are a danger to humanity.
So that's why Ken Livingstone was trying so hard to catch that train the other day.
It annoys me that the chances are Boris is going to win despite all this shit that he has pulled. I feel like whenever something damning comes out, all his supporters just stick their fingers in their ears and scream, LA LA LA, I can't hear you, LA LA LA, get Brexit done, LA LA LA.
America here, we fucking feel you, dude.
Australia here, we just recently this year got fucked with re-electing our economy and environment destroying party.
I blame Rupert Murdoch.
The billionaire, hyper-conservative media baron who owns or has massive influence on most major media outlets across the English-speaking world? Surely not.
There's regulations to prevent monopolies and IMO. No one person should be allowed more than one media company, no matter how big or small.
In America, that is meant to be the case too. But now monopolies can donate, bribe politicians to change the rules to whatever suits them. What a democracy we live in. Thanks, Citizens United.
It was bad before CU, it's just gotten worse. Back in the mid-90s, Rupert Murdoch was forbidden from purchasing the NY Post tabloid by anti-monopoly rules. Because he was so influential, the governor of NY got the FCC to grant him a waiver. Well, we have laws against this because that would give you too much influence. But you're so influential already that we'll make an exception.
He lied? Oh, surely not. He's a man of such strong moral character. Face with rolling eyes.
Did you not know? He reads Greece poems, such an inspiration.
All countries should aspire to be like Greece.
Britain is currently doing a great job at that. Does anybody here even remember that the word Brexit is actually an adaptation of the original Grexit?
Greater than does anybody here even remember that the word Brexit is actually an adaptation of the original Grexit? I actually forgot about the Greece crisis Greeches, a few years back. I can't quite remember, but something else big happened and then you wouldn't hear much of it anymore. Like everything these days.
GREECIS.
Stick it on the side of a bus. People believe buses.
He also loves to paint buses, you know?
I googled Boris Johnson bus just to see. It wasn't the top result, but it was up there. But not in the way he would have wanted, lol.
Boris Johnson doesn't seem to have any moral compass whatsoever. Lying is second nature. He is very much like his orange counterpart in the US.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.